everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet the cedarwood cowl. This is a very textured, beautiful cowl to work. It's quite easy once you learn how to work these mixed cluster stitches, which I'm going to show you here in this video today. So it's quite cozy. This cowl is the fourth scarf and cowl in the Wonderful Hats crochet along. So if you check out my channel there, the crochet along playlist, you will find the matching crochet beanie pattern for this cowl. Today I'm going to be working with a 100% acrylic worsted weight yarn. I'm using the Impeccable yarn by Loops and Thread. There is about 285 yards per ball of yarn, and you're going to need 2 balls to complete your cowl. You're also going to need a 5mm crochet hook or an H8 crochet hook and a copy of the free written pattern, which is on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to subscribe. There is still one more hat and cowl or hat and scarf combination coming in this crochet along next week, and the previous 3 sets are also still available here on my channel if you want to check them out. Let's grab our hooks and yarn and get started. Now our cowl today is sized to fit an adult. It measures approximately 8.5 inches by 14 inches laid flat. Today, to begin, we're going to start by chaining 110 stitches. Now, if you would like to change the size of your cowl, make it longer or shorter, you're going to need a multiple of 11 stitches. So go ahead, make a slip knot, and then chain 110 chains, or just a multiple of 11. Once you have chained 110 chains, being careful not to twist your chain, you're going to join with a slip stitch into that first stitch. Next, for round 1, we're going to chain 3, and your chain 3 counts as a double crochet stitch. You're then going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch all the way around, starting with your next chain. So the same chain is joining as your chain 3, and then 1 double crochet into each chain all the way around. Once you come all the way around at the end of round 1, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of that starting chain 3. Now for rounds 2, 3, and 4, you're going to chain 1. Begin by working a front post double crochet around the post of the first stitch, which in this case is your chain 3. To work your front post double crochet, you're going to yarn over, bring your hook in front of your work, and insert your hook from the front around back of the post and out through the front again of the post of that first stitch. Yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 more. That's your front post double crochet. You're then going to work a back post double crochet around the post of the next stitch. To work your back post double crochet, yarn over, bring your hook in back of your work, and insert from the back around front of the post and out through the back again of the next stitch. Yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 more. That's your back post double crochet. You're going to continue working around your cowl, alternating between your back and front post double crochet. So we're going to work a front post double crochet around the post of the next stitch, followed by a back post double crochet around the post of the next stitch. Front post double crochet, followed by the back post double crochet. You're going to do this all the way around. Then join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. Now your chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so you're joining right into the top of that first stitch, and then you're going to repeat. You're going to repeat this round for a total of 3 rounds. This is for rounds 2, 3, and 4, and then you're going to meet me back here. At the end of round 4, you will have joined with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch, and the ribbing on your cowl is now complete. So we're going to start into the second portion of our texture in the cowl. You're going to start by chaining 3, and once again this counts as a double crochet stitch. Double crochet into the next stitch, and you're just working under the 2 top loops and into each stitch all the way around. When you come around to that first stitch, you're going to join with the slip stitch into the top of your starting chain 3. At the end of your round 5, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. Now for round 6, we're going to chain 1 and start off by working a front post double crochet around the posts of each of the first 3 stitches. Next, work a half double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So here we're just working in the tops of our stitches, work a half double crochet in each of the next 3. Now to create our arrow head texture or our herringbone texture, we're going to work a couple of mixed cluster stitches. The first mixed cluster I'm calling a triple half double crochet cluster. What you're going to do is you're going to count back your three previous stitches down in the double crochet row. So 1 round, 1, 2, 3. Now around the first stitch in that set of 3, you're going to start by beginning to work a front post triple stitch. So yarn over twice, bring your hook in front of your work, and around the post, the first double crochet stitch, insert your hook from the front through to the back, out through the front, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops twice. You have 2 loops remaining on your hook. Yarn over, now into the next stitch, the top of the next double crochet, work yarn over, draw up a loop, then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on your hook. That's your triple half double crochet cluster. You're then going to work a half double crochet triple cluster in the next stitch. So into your next stitch, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and draw up a loop. Yarn over twice, skip the next 3 stitches, and around, or I should say 2, and then around the post of the next stitch, so that 3rd stitch, you're going to insert your hook from the front around back, out through the front, yarn over and draw up a loop. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops twice. You'll have 4 loops left on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. That's your half double crochet triple cluster. Now working in the tops of your stitches once again, and in behind that triple part of the cluster, you're going to work a half double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. We're now going to repeat that all the way around, starting with a front post double crochet around the post of each of the next 3 stitches. A half double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. And then a triple half double crochet cluster, yarn over twice, bring your hook in front of your work, count back 3 double crochets and around the post of that first double crochet, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops twice, yarn over again, insert your hook into the top of the next stitch, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over and pull through 4 loops. Then work a half double crochet triple cluster in the next stitch. So yarn over into your next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over twice, skip the next 2 stitches, and around the post of that next stitch, the 3rd stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops twice, then yarn over and pull through your final 4 loops. Working in behind that triple stitch, work 1 half double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. And repeat this all the way around, and then you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. At the end of round 6, join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. Now for rounds 7 through to 20, you're going to repeat your round 6. So beginning with that chain 1, work a front post double crochet around the posts of each of the next 3 stitches. Half double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, and then work your triple half double crochet cluster. This time when you're working your triple half double crochet, you'll be working it around the post of the first half double crochet in the row below, work a half double crochet triple cluster in the next stitch. Again, you're working it around the post of the half double crochet. Half double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, working in behind that triple stitch. And then work 1 front post double crochet around the post of each of the next 3 and repeat. So repeat that all the way around, join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. You're going to repeat this round until round 20, and then you're going to meet me back here. When you work through to the end of round 20, this is what your work is going to look like from the beginning. We're then ready to work a ribbing on the upper side or the top side of our cowl. So for round 21, we're going to start by chaining 3. This counts as a double crochet stitch. You're then going to double crochet into the next stitch. We're just working under the top loops, and then double crochet into each stitch all the way around. When you come back to that first stitch, join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch, which is your chain 3. So join into the top of your chain 3. At the end of your round 21, join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch, which is that starting chain 3 and chain 1. Now, just as you did before, we are going to work 3 rounds for rounds 22, 23, and 24. 3 rounds of front post double crochet around the post of the first stitch, followed by a back post double crochet around the post of the next stitch. Repeat that all the way around, front post double crochet, back post double crochet until you come to your first stitch. When you come to that first stitch, join with a slip stitch into the top of the first stitch, chain 1, and repeat. So you want to repeat these front and back post stitches for a total of 3 rounds. Then fasten off, weave in your ends, and that is the end of your Cedarwood cowl. So thank you so much for joining me, and once again, I invite you to subscribe, take a look around. If you happen to make the cowl or the beanie or any of my crochet patterns, really be sure to tag Rich Textures Crochet on social media, and I would love to come by and admire it. So until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.